What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the first half of The Last of Us, and we're going to see if it's as bad as everybody's saying it is.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
Do you think that the hate that the show's getting online is deserved for us?
Oh, man, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of yes and no, but look, let me just say this. I'll just say a positive. The set designs are insane.
Oh, yeah. The set designs, the costumes.
Yeah, it's all insane.
The way the zombies look or the
clickers,
affected.
all that type of stuff. They're all very well done, bro.
Yeah. Even the way the cities look, how they're abandoned and stuff like that. Like, even Jackson, the way that Jackson, like the way they...
It's exactly... Like, there are some shots that I'm like, y'all ripped this straight out of the game.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to get too far into it, but one of the newer episodes that a lot of people hated, the scene where Ellie's saying "Take on me" in that room.
Yeah,
that's literally stripped out from the game. Like the room looks exactly like it.
And then when the camera pans out and she's like sitting down looking at her, that was dope. The light coming in from the hole in the wall and shit. That was hard.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you want me to be honest, I think the hate is actually well deserved. I'm gonna be honest with you. I truly think so.
This is how I feel. If the show wasn't based on The Last of Us, it would be a good show.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Like
if it was just a random zombie show or whatever, a great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
And let me just say this before we even get too much into certain things. I'm going to be honest. I think these people just need to understand. And just like the director and people that are kind of a part of it.
The writers, too.
And the writers. It's like, look, nobody wants your freaking politics in their series, bro. It's just what it is. And I know that there are people that play the games that are going to be like, well, in The Last of Us, Ellie was already this, or, you know, she already was dating Dina or whatever. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. I think where they have a problem is when you guys start to throw in lines like when Ellie said she's going to be a dad.
That was so dumb.
That killed a whole nation of people from watching the show. Even the people who never played the games. For them, this is the first time they're ever even seeing the franchise of the Last of Us.
Yeah.
They're sitting there being like, what the hell even is this?
Yeah, I don't understand why they even try to do stuff like the first season was so good.
It was
even
solid.
with the changes that they made, it wasn't even that much of a big deal. But I feel like with this season, they just changed too much. Even with like little things that they changed. Like, you know, like even when Joel was dying, like, why was Abby calling him handsome?
That was
and why
so
was she
weird.
Like telling him why she's doing all this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like any of that. Even like not having Tommy there. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what like that didn't make no sense to me.
That bothered me so much that Tommy was not there for Joel's death, because I was like, that impacted it so much. It moved the story so further, because it's like you end up seeing the game. Tommy's kind of going on this killing spree.
Yeah, he goes first. That's the reason why Ellie goes, and they go to go get him, but also to go, take out Abby.
It just kind of bothers me. It's like, okay, so we have these two 130-pound soaking wet girls that are traveling on a horse in the middle of this zombie-infested place. And the thing that bothers me, too, it seems like this show, there's barely any zombies most of the time. I'm like, dog, where are the damn zombies, bro? Like, I'm not trying to say that every scene should be whatever, but it just kind of bothers me sometimes where I'm like, what is going on? You know?
Yeah, I feel like they have them sometimes, but
sometimes it's like,
I'm like, when they do have them though, they go, it goes crazy.
It's good.
Like on the last episode,
that was solid.
Where they in episode 5, where they go into that little warehouse and it's all like the special ones that are like
the ones
sneaky.
that are sneaky and all that. Yeah, that's interesting.
That was dope.
Like, I like that, but I'm gonna be honest. I just nowadays I don't want to give too much credit to these type of shows, bro, because then these people are gonna think like, oh, we're doing something good.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want y'all to think you're doing fucking anything good. Dude.
Yeah, and I think that's the main problem with the show is the changes that they've made.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
bro.
I didn't like a lot of the changes that they made in this new season because a lot of it just didn't make sense. And they're like, now they're adding like, one of the changes in season 1 I thought was cool was they're not doing spores. That they're going to do tendrils instead. And spores aren't a big problem. But now in this newest episode that just came out, episode 5,
it's spores.
Now spores are a thing. Yeah. So it's like, why?
So like, are they trying to say like it like evolved or something?
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. But it's like, why now? Why couldn't that have just always been a thing?
And dude, just to even get into it, with this new episode 5, there was one part that really disturbed me. It just bothered me so much. Let me not say disturbed me, but I was just more so bothered by it. When Ellie was chasing down this girl, it's almost like they don't know what to do with Ellie and how she is, because it's like a couple scenes before, she's laughing with Dina and they're all having this good time, and it's a high school camp and we're doing this, and it's so stupid. And then right after, now she's hella cold-hearted again, and she's like, yeah, where's Abby?
Yeah, and I'm like,
they're almost forcing the way she was in the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I think what they're doing in the show, they're scared to make her like how she was in the game. Whereas like in the game, you're damn like, damn, I look, didn't want to play as her first because she's low kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
But like in the show, it seems more like Dina's taking it more serious than Ellie is.
Because she was the one saying like, if somebody, I don't even care what Joel did, pretty much.
Yeah. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah, he didn't deserve to go out like that. So it's like, okay, so Dina cares about Joel.
Is it her revenge mission now? And I think they're starting to lock in now towards the end of that episode.
Yeah.
And I think even though they didn't have Tommy first going to Seattle,
but Tommy's there now.
I think they're gonna do it now in the game. Where in the show where
Tommy's going crazy.
He's gonna go crazy now that he's in Seattle.
I mean, dude, hopefully, but
I hope they do. But it's like
it's not gonna save the show.
It's a weird take. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just telling you the truth. It's not gonna save the show.
And even like, I mean, everyone was talking about it. The whole scene, like you said, where she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a dad now."
Yeah.
I don't like how all of a sudden it's like
you're happy.
Dude, like,
aren't y'all in the middle?
Yeah, we're in the middle of a revenge mission, and she's pregnant. Because in the game, they handled it so
mad.
well. Yeah, because it made sense.
She was like, bro, now you're a burden.
Yeah.
She literally tells Dina that, and it's like in this, she's just like, I'm gonna be a dad.
Yeah, she's all happy about it.
She does a little Bella Ramsey smile, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god. Dude,
and then it's like
trash.
she doesn't realize the danger of it until they see all those dead bodies on the street, and she's like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, you could go back if you want.
Yeah.
It's
like, bro, you're going to take a pregnant woman with you on a revenge mission where y'all both can potentially die, get shot, be eaten by zombies, be infected, all these other things. It just is so stupid.
It just doesn't make sense how the way they're playing this. It's like, I almost forget that they're on a revenge mission sometimes. Me too. We're like,
it's
you know, she comes in and she's like, there's lights now.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing all this. And I'm like, why? Like, not to be like, she has to be sulking and sad every moment of the episode. But
I mean,
low key. Kinda.
It's just what it is. And I'm just being honest with you. I feel like it's one of those things where these people are just, I'm going to tell you the truth, they're very dumb for even deciding to adapt season 2.
I wish they would have just waited longer, because I'm gonna count to you, she looks super young.
That's why I said
she just looks so like little.
Like the whole scene where she goes to that girl who like works with Abby, and she gets her in like that place where all the cordyceps and all that stuff, right? She has her down there, and then Ellie basically ends up, I guess, telling her who she is, or the girl's like, oh my god, you're her, like you're the legendary Pokemon, pretty much how she is, right? Yeah. And it's just so weird to me, because I was watching this and I was like, this is so awkward. Like, this doesn't feel dangerous to me. Like in the games, when Ellie would kill somebody, I'd be like, oh shit, like she's actually kind of getting to that level, bro. Like she's wilding. Bella Ramsey, bro. Look, I'm not saying that this girl's not a good actor. I just don't think she should have been Ellie, bro. And I wanted to get into that a little bit. Do you think the Bella Ramsey hate in The Last of Us is warranted? Because I don't see anybody hating on her outside of The Last of Us.
No. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
She's a good or actor. I don't know what she wants to go by.
Yeah.
But I don't think she plays the role. In the first season, she played it perfectly.
Yeah.
But I think, and that's why I mean, like, I think the writers and everybody, because I think that's a big problem of it.
Yeah.
Where her writing as Ellie in general is just bad for this part in her life.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like she's playing it the same as she was in the first season, which I don't think they should have done. Like, and I think in the first season they were low-key kind of leaning to it. Like, you know, there's a scene where in the first season where she sees a zombie that's stuck on the mushrooms. And she like stabs it and she looks all like, you know, crazy.
Yeah.
They should have more leaned into that, because like now it's kind of just like she's all good and happy, and then, you know, the lights turn all red and now she's crazy.
Yeah.
Where
that's
it's like,
what I didn't like.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's such a switch where it's like in the game, you clearly see she's going
already
down
like
this path
that.
where
she's descending.
She's descending into like, you know what I mean, she's going just full rageful and, you know what I mean, just to get this revenge out.
Yeah.
Whereas in the show, it's like she's happy, she's having sex.
Yeah.
She's making out with her every other scene.
I'm gonna keep it real, dog. That was weird.
And then she's all of a sudden now she's just like, you know, a vengeful ass character where it's like, where was this the last couple scenes though?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like where it's just so weird. It's a very night and day for her sometimes, and I think I would even fully blame it on her for reals.
Yeah,
I would blame it
on the
mostly on the writing and the
directing
of the show, where I think they're just too scared to go full Ellie Last of Us 2.
Yeah,
which I'm like, then why even adapt this season of the show if you're scared to go that route? You know, and I think. That's what I'm saying. I think they should have waited another 4 to 5 years to let her at least look a little bit older because she looks so similar to how she did in the first season. And it's not like where you can just make it so, you know, you put a fake beard on her and, you know, dye her hair white like they did for the other characters in the show because it's a lot harder to do it to you know, for her.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I think they should have just waited or even, bro, like, just recast her if she's supposed to be a lot older. Because, like, I think in the first season, she ends at, what, like 15 years old, 14 years old or something like that. And in this season, she's supposed to be 19 years old. And I think Bella Ramsey is actually 20 or 19 years old in real life.
Yep.
But she just looks so young, dude.
It's just like me personally, I just think the show it's okay. It's not really that good, bro.
That's why I said, if it wasn't a Last of Us adaptation, it would have been a great show.
But I'm just gonna keep it.
But
real.
since it's built on,
like
since it's built on what the Last of Us games is, it just
like I said,
it makes you think of what could have been,
bro. It's just too much politics in the freaking thing that people just don't want to buy into, and I think that what they don't understand is we're not gonna buy it. We're never gonna buy it, bro. The first Last of Us did very freaking well. Notice, and I hate the people that are always just like, oh, you guys are bigots or you guys are racist or whoop-de-whoop. It's like, bro, do you really think all of these people that are black, Mexican, whatever else the case is, because they're always going to say white people are racist, but it's like, do you really think we all just hate this series because there's like black characters or there's like Mexican characters or the new Asian guy
or even LGBT characters?
In the first game, she kissed her friend Riley.
Yeah, and even in the first season, they have the whole episode with the two gay guys, and that was a good episode. Bro.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I think that threw off a lot of people too.
Yeah, for sure.
With you, because I was like, that was definitely not in the game. Bill was not like that at all.
He wasn't like that.
I think that was a very strange choice, me personally, but. It wasn't that crazy of an episode. I just think they was wilding when they did that whole sex scene with the two guys. I just thought that was too much. I forgot they did that. I thought that was a little too much. Me personally, I had to fast forward it. I was like, dog, look, call me whatever you want, but it is what it is. Like, even like, bro, certain sex scenes in movies in general, I just be like, dude, I don't want to see it. I don't need to see freaking this guy giving this girl deep strokes. Yeah, I don't need to see that, bro.
It is weird. I get what you mean.
I just think it's too much a little bit sometimes. Like, if you want to do a scene where they start kissing, they lay on the bed, then it cuts to the next morning thing or whatever. It's like, all right, whatever, bro. You just showed that they did something without showing that they did something.
Yeah.
But they damn near had bro getting back shots or something. I'm like, these two burly ass guys. It just blew my mind. So I just think that a lot of the gender stuff and all those politics, bro, is what is taking people out of this show. If they just did it in such a subtle way, because, bro, think about it. Even when we talk about certain movies or shows or whatever. They've been in media. Scott Pilgrim, for example. Ramona was bisexual.
Yeah.
Nobody had a problem with that show. His roommate was gay.
Yeah.
He had a whole bunch of dudes in his bed.
I mean, even in the Last of Us games, they had, Ellie was lesbian in the games.
I mean.
And she was dating girls and she was kissing girls. They had the whole prequel, the DLC where she's, she has her friend that's kind of like her girlfriend.
But dude, I just think that's the problem with media today. I will just end it off with this before we get into the rates, but I'll just end it off with this. I just personally think the reason why this show is going to keep bombing and other shows that are coming after is because we did not come here for this. We didn't come here for what you're selling, bro. If I told you that I'm selling apples and then you come over here and I'm selling freaking, I don't know, a bag of shit, are you gonna come?
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
You're not gonna want to buy it, dude. Or you know what I'm trying to say? So it's just one of those of like you're basically baiting us with what we came for, like He-Man, for instance, or Devil May Cry that just came out, or Scott Pilgrim. It's like you guys turn it into freaking Lady May Cry or Ramona Flowers versus the world.
Yeah.
Or I don't even know any of the girls in He-Man or whatever the case may be. And it's not about that. It's about the story of what we already knew, and you're revamping it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with this stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not about being racist or any of this other stuff or sexist.
I just think they're just changing a lot of stuff that don't need to be changed for
That's what I mean.
Where it's like, why are you making her such a lovable and goofy character when this part of her life is supposed to be the darkest part of her life?
That's what I mean,
she's literally on a revenge mission.
It's weird.
Trying to hunt down the people who killed her father.
Yeah.
But instead, you know, she's all goofy and she's very lighthearted about the situation.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, it kind of takes me out sometimes because I'm like, did they forget why they're here for us?
No, really. It's like, bro, this isn't a slumber party.
Yeah. This isn't a road trip.
Yeah.
It's not a goofy, road trip comedy TV show.
With zombies.
Yeah, with zombies in it, like Shaun of the Dead or something.
Yeah, it's like, no, dog.
I'll say Shaun of the Dead even has more heart in it than this sometimes.
No, seriously, bro, because this show just feels so flat to me. So, I don't know, bro.
It's just such a downfall from what season 1 was building up to.
Yeah.
Where it's like season 1 was so good, the way they ended it, the way it happened, and
they just adapted it exactly how it was pretty much.
Yeah, and then when
minus the Bill stuff.
Yeah, I swear to God, yeah. This guy. And then with season 2, it just, I don't know, it just seems like such a downfall. It's like, where did you guys go wrong? Where everything else in the show was so good except for the writing for real.
Yeah, to be honest with you, everything, the designs, the characters, the way, most of them look like, and just to say this, look, for all the people that are going to even also say like, oh man, you guys like little girls or whatever, because the whole Bella Ramsey stuff, dude, that has nothing to do with anything. It's just that the character doesn't look like her. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's it.
You guys could even go back to our old podcast when Last of Us season 1 was coming out. We even said like, she kind of looks a little weird, but we're gonna give her a chance.
Yeah.
And all she did her thing in the first season.
Yeah, bro. I just think it's like for people to just sit here and be angry that we are not gonna just accept a character that doesn't look like a character. It's like, why would we not be cool with Superman being fat? Why? Why can't Superman be fat?
Yeah.
Why can't it be some chubby guy? Why can't we cast Jack Black as Superman?
Yeah, that's good. I want to see that.
Why is that a problem, right? Everybody's going to sit there and be like, is he actually going to be our Superman in James Gunn's universe? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Why can't we cast a short Superman? Even that. Let's even go that far. Why are all these guys over 6 foot? Why are all these guys, they have to beef up for the role?
You have to meet a certain criteria for the characters.
Yeah, at least look like it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I don't think people would have been as mad or basically giving Bella Ramsey as much hate. So I think that's where a lot of the hate is coming from. It's like the people who made the show, they fucked her.
Yeah.
Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, they basically fucked her whole situation up.
It's not her. It's not that she doesn't even play the character wrong for real.
Yeah.
It's just that the writing that they gave her and the fact that they made her fill in the shoes of this character who's like so loved.
Yeah.
It's like you guys kind of set her down, you know what I mean?
You set her up for failure.
You set her up for failure for real.
Yeah. That's interesting. So I don't know, bro, but let me ask you, what do you rate the first and second half of The Last of Us? So give me season 1, and then what do you think of the first
half of season 2?
Yeah.
Season 1, I'll say is damn near like 8 out of 10.
Okay, that's good.
Season 1 was really good.
Okay.
I really enjoyed season 1.
Yeah.
So far with season 2.
Yeah, what would you rate it?
I don't know, bro.
Oof. Here it is.
I damn near got to give it like a 4 or 5.
I knew you were going to say that. Dude, I agree with you. I'm going to say season 1 I will give, just because some of the extra stuff that they threw in there, I'll say maybe 7.5. Okay. I'll drop it a little bit more. And then season 2, dog, so far, what I've seen, I'm damn near going with maybe 4, maybe even 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's super bottom.
The reason why I give it like a 4 or 5 because there are good parts of this show so far. There are good aspects of the show.
It doesn't save it for me at all.
Exactly. They just changed so much where it's like it's so unrecognizable. It's like all the characters have the same name from the game, but it's not
them
from what I remember from the game
at all.
You know what I mean? And I hope with the later half of this season they do something to kind of recover on it. Maybe hopefully after the next episode, Ellie just goes full
crazy.
dark mode and she's not all goofy and joking around all the time. Like she didn't just lose her fucking father figure.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, like right in front of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just don't like how they're trying to just make it seem so lighthearted all the time. Where it's like, this is not the show I want to watch.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch a goofy comedy adventure with zombies and a cult.
Yeah.
And I think they spent too much time with the scars and everything too.
Yeah,
to be honest, where it's like, I don't really give a fuck about that whole little war that's happening between those two factions. Yeah. I want to see the characters that I care about.
Yeah, it's boring.
You know what I mean?
They're just using that to fluff up time.
I swear to God.
Extra. And I heard they're doing another season.
That's dumb as fuck if they do another season.
I'm not even kidding. No,
I think it's dumb. I hope they don't. I hope they end it with this season and
just shelf the show.
And just shelf the show, and hopefully later on in the year they make a movie that actually adapts it truly.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm hoping for too. So, I don't know, man. But guys, let us know what you guys think about this review, and tell us what you guys think about, The Last of Us season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And if you guys love it, hate it, or does it deserve all the hate it gets? Does it deserve more praise? Yeah. Do you agree with us? So let us know.
So yeah, guys, hope you guys like this one, and tune in next week because we are going to be talking about. I know you're excited about that show.
Yes, definitely.
We're going to have a lot to say about it, and hopefully you guys want to tune into that one. So tune in next week. Like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. If there's a specific show or movie out there that's coming out soon, or video game or whatever, let us know what you guys want us to talk about, and maybe it will be on this channel soon. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, hope you guys like this one, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.